Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. XRP fun fact here, coming from Pharaoh X33. In 2017, XRP started rising 8 months after the Bitcoin halving. Guys, let's keep that in mind. We're going to do a little exercise after I go over this, and then proceed to head into a massive bull run. So, is XRP in a position to follow this yet again, all while the lawsuit is basically done and over with? And also while many other key factors with Ripple and XRP are taking place. Remember, guys, XRP was mired in a lawsuit against the SEC at this point in time. And this is, many people are now, myself included, many people are suggesting that this is why we could not get up above all-time high in 2021. But guys, this time it's going to be different. Also, let's not forget, I've talked about this too on the channel, that from the base here in March of 2020, now this was a Black Swan event, of course, but from this base here, we are now up actually 152% from the bottom of the last bull run to the bottom of this bull run. So if we consider June 2022, the bottom when XRP was trading in and around 28, 29 cents per coin, that is actually up 152% higher than it was in 2020. Why is this important? Well, Pharaoh is saying here a strong end to 2024 is likely with tons of fundamental and technical momentum headed into 2025. And I couldn't agree more. For more information on what I'm doing this bull run and how I'm planning to pinpoint the top, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month, and I've kept it affordable on purpose. I do not want to gouge you guys. I want you guys to stick with me throughout, because this is a journey we are taking together. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. This bull run, I've learned a lot over the last 2 bull runs, or 1.5 bull runs, I guess I should say. I've been in this space since 2017, so if you want to see what I'm doing, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel is where to go. Another interesting point that he makes here, XRP hasn't remained in the top 10 this entire time for no reason. It still serves a huge purpose. Those who've done their due diligence know. Those who haven't are the only ones who are worrying. Once it's over, guys, it'll all make sense. You're in the right place at the right time. The moment everyone has been waiting for is closer than ever before. You should be excited. Your perseverance will be rewarded. So silence the noise. Stay focused. I wish you all the best. Some great words of encouragement here from Pharaoh X33. So what I wanted to show you guys was this. He was talking about the halvings from back in 2016, and that occurred. I'm starting to remember these dates just off the top of my head now. I think it was July 16th, 2016. It was in and around mid-July 2016. And what he is saying is that it took about 8 months before XRP really started to rock and roll. So in and around 247 days. That is about 8 months if I were to divide. Let's just take 247 divided by 30. Yeah, it's around 8 months, just over 8 months, 8.2 months to be exact. So that was 2016. Now let's move to 2024. And let's see, the halving in 2024 was on April the 20th, 2024. So in and around here, let's just grab it from there, roughly give or take. And guys, 247 days. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen exactly this way, but if we bring it to 246 days, guys, that brings us to December, right around Christmas time. Historically, a time when cryptocurrency is generally very, very bullish, especially when we're not in bear markets. Now, considering there's also been talk of Q4 2024 being the time when we see bull runs kick off, guys, that brings us in and around, within the next couple of weeks, October 2024, in and around to the end of December. So we're right in this this timeline here, I think. Some of this is going to have to do with the election, too. Apparently, this is just in. Elizabeth Warren and John Dean were discussed on the Joe Rogan Experience. Can you believe it? This coming from Good Morning Crypto here. And Google was actually part of the conversation, too. Google has been actively trying to get Elizabeth Warren out of office. The reason why Google wants Elizabeth Warren out of office is because she is the only Democrat who's gone on the record calling for Google's breakup. They want her gone. Dr. Epstein predicts that Google is going to do everything possible to get Warren's opponent, Republican John Deaton, into office in Massachusetts. So this is apparently what is going on here. I'm not going to play you guys this clip for copyright reasons, but I will read the subtitles here. This is a shocker, he says, because if it's Elizabeth Warren, who's a very well-known liberal politician, they should be sending lots of blue stuff to her, and they're not. They want her out of office. They are sending people to contend with that she vilifies Elizabeth Warren. Okay, excuse me. This is not accurate. Nevertheless, Elizabeth Warren, they want her gone. Why? Because she is the only one of the Dems who's gone on the record, written statement, the whole thing, calling for Google's breakup. They want her gone. And John Deaton, he says, I guess, just won the nomination to oppose her for the Republicans. They are going to do everything possible to put this Republican into office in Massachusetts. Wow. And no one knows this except you and me, Owen James. Well, a lot more people know it now because now it's on the Joe Rogan Experience. And I will leave this link in the description of the video if you guys want to watch the clip. Very, very interesting. Great exposure there for John Deaton. That will affect cryptocurrency in a positive way in the United States. Unfortunately for us, there could still be an appeal, and we're still waiting. I think we're only, what 20 days away now? Anders here posting this. So if the SEC makes an appeal, it would take around 1 year for the next decision. And according to Deaton, Torres' decision is more or less waterproof. So Jeremy Hogan actually put this out. I don't know if he meant Jeremy Hogan, but a ruling on an appeal would be next year, probably in the late summer. D-Fin here asking, do you think the SEC will go against the HBAR to recognize Torres' ruling? And Anders here saying, to quote the judge's ruling in the Ripple case, the SEC lacks a faithful allegiance to the law. So I doubt the SEC really cares about the law. They're just making anything up to serve their incumbent masters. Danger Mouse XRP saying XRP would remain listed on exchanges due to the current rule of law, but would it impact people's decisions to buy XRP and hence impact the price during alt season? Anders saying sure, but when Ripple was sued, it was 60 cents, then it went down to 17 cents, and then it rose to $1.90. And I tend to agree. You know, even if it isn't, even if it is affected, and I put that in quotes, there's no way it would do worse than it did in 2021. And I only say that because it was actively being delisted. It was only on, I think, only one American exchange. I think Uphold and maybe one other one listed XRP during 2020 and 2021. So there's no way. I mean, way more cryptocurrency exchanges are or have relisted XRP. So chances are price is going to go higher. This time around, it is also in the top 10 cryptocurrencies, so it's got market visibility. There's a whole theory behind that. You know, people getting into cryptocurrencies, people FOMOing in. You know, they take a look at coin. They look at, okay, what's a list of cryptocurrencies? You know, CoinMarketCap is one of the first items that shows up in Google, and they'll just take a look at this list and they'll be like, okay, I'll buy some Ethereum, I'll buy some BNB coin, I'll buy some Solana, I'll buy some XRP, I'll buy some Doge. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Maybe I'll buy some TON. And it's a crypto visibility thing, has nothing to do with fundamentals. Wrath of Kahneman here also stating the NY-bar has understood towards this ruling as meaning XRP is not inherently a security, as a victory for Ripple and a cognizable path forward. They do mention concern that the SEC seems to have abandoned security designation as a fact-specific test. So the SEC no longer looking at, I guess, how they used to look at cryptocurrencies using the antiquated method for stocks that was set up back in the 1930s, not using that as a path forward for digital assets to avoid securities registration. So this is all good news, guys. Good for cryptocurrency holders. Darren Carlson here saying, one would think this is a positive. Hope Congress gets a good work framework for regulation and that the Dems don't mess it up anymore. Wrath of Kahneman saying, yeah, it's an opinion by a premier financial district's bar. So hopefully, guys, this is good news moving forward. I do have that House of Delegates materials here from June of this year, which I will also link in the description of the video for you guys. If you're interested in the information, this election is going to be very, very interesting. I know I caught the debate the other night. I don't know if you guys did catch the Kamala Harris-Donald Trump debate. Unfortunately, nothing regarding cryptocurrency was mentioned. But Gemini put out this clip. Apparently, 3/4 of U.S. crypto owners will consider a presidential candidate's digital asset policy when voting. Listen to this.
And the vast majority of crypto owners in the U.S., according to you guys, plan to consider a candidate's digital asset policies when they vote for the next president. 73%. What does consider mean, though? Does it mean a top issue, or it's just in the back of their head?
I do not think it's single issue, right? It's just consider. So what we found in our State of Crypto report is that 3/4 of U.S. crypto holders are considering policies for when they go to the ballot box this fall. So really interesting. I don't think it's single issue. I think that's part of their overall decision.
He makes a very specific point of clarifying that. Not a single issue. They're not single issue voters. It's part of their overall decision to decide on who they are going to vote for. I think it's pretty clear who the crypto crowd is voting for if you're an American citizen. Anyway, going to keep moving along here, guys. This one courtesy of Michael Branch. Ripple is actively promoting the XRP ledger as an ideal blockchain for tokenizing real-world assets. So they're getting ready here. Obviously, Ripple is not slowing down. They are trying to optimize the XRP ledger for many different facets of this new, well, the financial system, but also commerce, whether it's NFTs or tokenizing real estate or whatever it is, ensuring security or supply chain management, two other examples. Ripple is actively promoting, though, the XRP ledger as the ideal blockchain for tokenizing real-world assets on an institutional scale. They emphasize the security, scalability, and interoperability, positioning themselves as a dependable platform for decentralized finance and managing tokenized assets. And so, this is why they forged partnerships with companies like Archax. And this is why Graham Rodford has, gone on the record saying, at some point, 30 to 50 trillion dollars will be tokenized over the XRP ledger through Archax. I know it was a bit of a lofty prediction there. He kind of laughed and smiled while he was saying it, but guys, it is a possibility. And as more use cases become available on the XRP ledger, I think more companies are going to be, especially Ripple partners that are already partnered with Ripple, they're going to go back to Ripple and be like, okay, now we need to tokenize this. How do we do this over your blockchain? And Ripple will, in fact, have a solution for them. This is why they're promoting the XRPL for more use cases other than traditional finance. So tokenizing everything is going to be a big one. While discussing the XRP's role in transforming institutional finance, Ross Edwards was unequivocal about its foundational advantages. He pointed out the unique benefits that make the blockchain stand out. For Edwards, the key to XRPL's success lies in its design. For instance, he highlighted that the XRPL's transaction speed was only 3 to 5 seconds, of course, minimal costs. We know about all that. He also elaborated that the XRPL employs a strong governance mechanism. This allows the community to introduce amendments to meet its needs, including those of financial institutions. So, speaking specifically to the point of financial institutions, he delves into the AMM here a little bit. It sounds as though this is still in large part related to finance and the current financial system. But guys, we are going to see more use cases. They really want to focus on their RLUSD, their fully backed stablecoin, of course. Just go back there. But the growing impact of the XRPL is really going to have an effect on their clients. And so, this is just baby steps into a tokenized future where we're going to see a lot more tokenization occur, not just on the XRPL, but many different blockchains. So wanted to thank Michael for bringing that to our attention. Guys, it is interesting that Swift is now coming out saying that we're paving the way towards real-world solutions that will enable our members to transact interchangeably with regulated digital assets and currencies on the Swift network. If you can't beat them, join them. Ripples in Wales here pointing this out. Swift, we're paving the way towards, and so basically just quoting them, with regulated digital assets. So remember that, guys. Regulated digital assets and currencies that work on the Swift network. This follows a series of groundbreaking experiments conducted with our community in recent years, which is why we're now advancing to the next stage. And Ripple and Wales here just bringing up the old bearable guy riddle, the green, the purple, and the orangey gold color, BTC, XRP, and USD. I think a lot of you guys are probably familiar with this, BTC, XRP, USD. Back in the day, we were kind of wondering, how is all this going to come together? Well, guys, it is all coming together, and now Swift has finally come to the realization that they have to join in on the party. Even Tony Edward here saying, if you can't beat them, join them. If you're still on the fence about crypto, here is Swift capitulating to it. Crypto Tank saying, you better buy XRP before it's too late, before you get priced out. Some people here saying, good catch. Swift should rename themselves Grift. A lot of people here having a lot of fun with it. But, back in the day, if you guys have been here for a long time, you probably do know how resistant Swift was to jumping on DLT technology, and they were almost at odds with Ripple, to the point where Ripple was invited to their Sibos conference back in 2017, I believe, or 2016, 2017. And I think the story goes as such that they felt so unwelcome that's when they decided to start the Swell conference in 2017. So there's been some history there, and it's just kind of funny to watch now. And I mean, if you're new to the community, you probably don't care, or maybe don't understand the politics behind all this. But I think it is important to remember where these guys started and where they are now today. And guys like Tony do remember too. So wanted to thank him just for posting that, and of course, Ripple in Wales as well. And although XRP price is not performing as we wish, guys, it will happen soon. I mean, we're getting very, very close. It only took 247 days from the halving in 2016 to really start to pump. And guys, that brings us to December 2024. So don't listen to the FUD, not financial advice.crypto here, telling you the same.
Considering everything we know about Ripple, their purpose, what's at stake, who's involved, and what they're trying to accomplish, And considering the world's a stage where social media creates the ability to socially engineer people with artificial narratives, could certain narratives we perceive as naturally occurring actually be part of an overall strategy? Could this idea be applied to the timely FUD that surrounds Ripple and XRP? There's just so many partners outside of Ripple that have interest in this company, the United Nations, WEF, and IMF, the parents of the SDGs, to name a few. It would actually make sense that a nuanced PR plan would include an evolving strategy for keeping sentiment balanced around this future tech. They would at least try. And since I've been seeing a ton of FUD narratives surrounding XRP lately, I thought this would be a good time to explain why the FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, doesn't get to me anymore. And why, to me, many of it feels artificial or designed to discourage retail investors, which is us, from buying this chosen token at low price levels in the short term by introducing ideas engineered to cause uncertainty. Remember, you can't believe the world's a stage and then excuse a future powerhouse of global digital payments connected to the playwriters themselves from participating in staged narratives. That wouldn't make any sense, right?
Not Financial Advice does have a paid longer video that you guys can watch if you click on his link there. If the world is in fact a stage, they are at least letting us know a few things in plain sight, like the IMF telling us that proof of work will not be viable as a consensus mechanism amongst many regulated financial services activities, especially since it's too energy intensive and uses probabilistic settlement, not holding back on their criticism there. They also tell us proof of stake will have some of these issues because of probabilistic settlement. So even the IMF guys, of course, we know there are deep connections to the IMF and Ripple. They are stating this. Proof of work is certainly not going to be the one. Bitcoin is certainly not going to be the one. It is going to be XRP, even though Bitcoin is going to be, well, part of this market. It was the OG. It is considered gold 2.0, and it seems as though the riddles are just everywhere. Rocky Morningside here posting this. He says, "Riddle me this." Here we have a lovely piece of art created by David Schwartz. And I'm going to show you guys the art over here. The description reads, upon sale, one sun rises and one burns over a futuristic city. Ripple's $1 trillion man, and that was the title that Forbes gave David Schwartz, titled this NFT Rise and Burn. I purchased this magnificent piece on October the 12th, 2022 at 3:10 a.m. in a video I provided, as you guys can see. So he does also link a video there. Fun fact, there is an annual solar eclipse on October 12th, 2024. Fun fact number 2, the brilliant artist David Schwartz also deleted the tweet associated with the creation, promotion, and sale of this beautiful piece. I wonder why. Perhaps it is riddled with riddles. Could it really be riddled with riddles, guys? Again, this is Rise and Burn. You guys can see this is the purchase time for 0.1498 Ethereum. That was equivalent to about $193.75. And the video is down there. The interesting part, though, is this. From January 1st, 2022 to October 12th, 2024, that is 286 days, 9 months and 11 days, 40 weeks and 60 days. Now go hold this post text up to a mirror upside down and focus on the number 286. Guys, in a mirror upside down, he is pointing out that that number looks remarkably like 589. 5 plus 8 plus 9 equals 22. January 1st, 2024 to October 12th, 2024 equals 10 plus 12. Again, we get 22. There are also 80 days left in the year. Remember the leapfrog that David posted. 2024 is a leap year, also the year of the dragon. See also David Schwartz's AI references plus Mr. Pool. So he is saying, subtracting January 1st, 2024 minus October 12th, 2024 equals 10,010,000. 11 is a master number, which equals the 2 blank spaces in Mr. Pool's name. Things that make you go, the 11 of the alphabet is a K. Remember the king card Mr. Pool showed us? Not to mention the king that is commonly referenced in Bearable Guy riddles. He says, wake me up when September ends. Do you smell the burnt hair? So guys, he is suggesting maybe we will start to see XRP rally as soon as October. I mean, we've got a December timeline here from Pharaoh's original observation, but I think, guys, any time between October and December is fair play. Again, that is Q4 2024 when we're going to see XRP Moon, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.